Welcome everyone to Fright Night. I was watching Fright Night the other night. I always love that opening.
Nice. I still haven't seen it. Cheers.
Cheers. Actually, I really liked the Colin Farrell remake. Was actually not terrible. But the original is still the best.
Oh man, that's so good.
So, for those who watched last week, we made the decision to go ahead and do Terrifier 1 and 2, which it always made me laugh because I had talked about it, barely mentioning it, and Carlito's like, you know what, I'm going to jump on Tubi and watch a bunch of shitty movies. And then he's texting me going, what the fuck? What the fuck did I just watch? This is awesome and terrible.
Dude. That's dead on. And I just I watched a little bit when I got back home before we got on. And yeah, we'll talk about it later, but yeah. So
I looked up some information before we started because I was curious. The budget on this was $35,000.
No, I would have guessed lower by some of the.
Yeah, so the director did all the prosthetics and practical effects too for both movies.
That was pretty amazing.
I guess that's his way to save money on the budget.
Hell yeah.
So this is a movie that they actually tried to do.
That's how Carpenter started out, right?
Yep.
So
they actually tried to do a Kickstarter for this and it failed miserably.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know how they were doing it, but I never heard nothing. If I had heard about this, I probably would have.
Well, it was an Indiegogo, and it was back in 2016 when they first started it.
Well, the first one came out in 2016.
Or at least they were funding it, and I guess that's when it ended. Dread Central came in, which was a online...
Oh, yeah.
So they found the funding to at least get the movie made and distributed.
Because they're one of the producers at the beginning.
Yes.
Studios.
And, like, if you look at the initial makeup for the first part of the movie, like, you know immediately, like, it's not top tier.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
The character initially was played by another actor in All Hallows Eve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and All Hallows Eve, if you watch that movie, you never would have thought this character would become what it is. Art the Clown appeared in like a 10-minute vignette in it.
I still need to watch it.
It's terrible. Oh my god.
For canon's sake in my head. But yeah, man. Fucking love these movies.
It's weird that you'd love it because like it's so over the fucking top.
Oh, I know, and I normally don't go for that. And you know that, and most people do. Like normally I'm not, but dude, a good movie is a good movie. I don't care if it's there's no pretension in it. It's just it knows what it is, and it doesn't try to be anything else. There's no BS in it. It is, man. You can tell as a Damien Leone.
Yes.
Leone.
Damien Leone.
That he definitely he put his heart and soul into this stuff, man.
It's definitely a passion project, and that was like one of those things you look at and you're like, all right, this dude, like, he tried.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say he tried, he succeeded. Like, he managed to make this happen.
Yeah, it's like a cult hit now. And the acting in this one, I will say, is not up to par with the second one, but
oh fuck no.
But I still enjoy it. Hey, Perry, what's up? I wonder if Perry's seen these.
This is a bananas movie that Perry would have to do on his channel.
Oh, that would be amazing to get some reactions out of Perry on this. Especially the first one. I forgot some of especially her friend and like hangs upside down. Holy shit.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
And you know, now that I know the director did that effect himself,
Jesus,
it's pretty fucking impressive.
That is. There were some things I was thinking in my head, like, I don't know if that would be possible, but I just kind of had to get over it the first time.
As an aside, I just put in the link in for our friend Jen's GoFundMe for taking care of her cancer. To be honest, I just got a message from Comic Man Andy about being part of their big Comics for Cancer. And I sat there and started thinking, I was like, I've been so fucking terrible just with Jen's. Like, why would they even ask me?
Oh. Come on. Are you going to do it?
It's tomorrow night, so depending on working, if they're still doing it.
Scarpad.
Like,
That guy's funny.
Part 1 is like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous, and then part 2, they're like, we figured out the story finally, and also we're gonna heighten shit.
Yeah, and also it gets more ridiculous.
Oh, 100%.
But that's why we love it.
So, again, like $35K to do this movie, and it makes, because Halloween, it was 330,000 when that, and that's almost $6 million, like 78.
Right.
So I love the guerrilla kind of filming on this. When I watched the behind the scenes vignette that's on the Blu-ray, they literally rented out a little apartment to do all the staging and everything outside of, like, down the street from where they were filming. So, like, it was like a real guerrilla shit. Like, they hired a makeup person and they're doing the same. They're in there in the room while they're doing the storyboards and shit. He's doing effects on the fly, doing prosthetics.
Oh, on the fly?
Yeah, like he was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make this cooler.
Jesus.
So there's an appreciation. They can see, like, everything about this movie shouldn't have worked. It's a character no one gave a fuck about from 5 years before.
Passion project, man.
I have not seen Saw X yet. I know Carlito did.
Yeah, I did. Is it Tyrese? I need to get reading glasses.
It's Tyrese, I believe.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was the best one since the first one. I know JoJo didn't agree because she doesn't like humanizing what's his face, but
John.
I didn't mind it. Yeah,
I gotta watch it. I'll eventually do it when it hits streaming. My affection of Saw kind of died down.
Dude, I get it. I hadn't seen one in the theater since 3, I think. So
I don't know if you noticed, but you got kind of called out in the comments from last week about why you haven't watched The Thing yet. Project Comic Mayhem.
I didn't notice in the comments, but I saw some stuff going around on Instagram or Twitter afterwards.
Yeah.
I saw someone comment on your post.
Project Comic Mayhem, who has become a fan of ours. He's like, I need to know his thoughts once he watches it.
Well, so the main thing why I haven't watched it yet is because I was going to, and then someone spoiled the whole ending for me, and so I was like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm not going to watch it now. But I guess you don't. I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, I can still watch it and enjoy it.
No, the ending.
I get
the ending's like Inception. The ending is like Inception, where you kind of have to make your own.
That's what I hear. I just get pissy when people do that because that's one of my largest pet.
But it's also a 35-year-old movie.
Well, yeah, but like they knew that I hadn't seen it, and then they just went ahead and fucking told me that.
It might have been me.
No, I don't think so.
But I shared to you, Amazon has $13 The Thing on 4K. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, if I wasn't shoestringing my budget right now, I would definitely pick it up.
Oh, I get it. I totally get it. Like, I'm waiting for the holidays.
Maybe next week.
Because when Best Buy starts blowing out all their stock.
Yeah.
Which that whole thing's interesting.
Garrison Brothers Single Barrel. You can pretty much see it. Yeah, there you go. Good shit.
I've never tried that. I'm still
so good.
I'm enjoying still.
I think John would like
Eagle Rare.
Ooh, Eagle Rare is classic, man. That's what turned my brother on to bourbon.
Might try the 17 next if I feel feel like spending 170. Yeah.
Fuck.
I'll walk away.
I almost want to just send you a cash and be like, "Hey, get that for me."
Yeah, block away. They have 3 bottles.
But I've never seen it in my state.
I literally, he's like, "Well, you want the 10 or the 17?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
3 bottles.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned they had it, but I didn't know.
They had a bunch of Hibiki too.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till they get regulated, and then I'll start trying that Japanese stuff. But
yeah, the Harmony was really good.
Yes, that actually is one I do want to try.
The $100 it lasted 2 months.
2 months.
It's a big fucking bottle.
That's 2 months ain't totally bad.
And that's
that means it's really good though.
That was 4 fingers every pull.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, 4 fingers. I can only do 2 usually.
Well, two glasses, 2 fingers each.
Okay, gotcha.
Not 4 in one shot, but I mean,
I might as well. Damn, Dan. 4 in one shot.
Yeah, when we first started this show, you were about 1 glass now.
Well, it seems like the cat's not interested tonight. I know she was last time.
No. I found some other things that kind of made me laugh. So there's something in this score I did not pick up till now. They steal from John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween score. There is a choice of keystrokes in it on the keyboard piano that is exactly the same tone that is in the John Carpenter score with the shaped stalks, where when he's chasing Laurie in the original, we hear dun 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 dun, the piano keys like really hitting down hard.
I mean, but haven't a lot of horror movies done that? Kind of.
It was the time and cadence of it.
Okay.
But it's hidden in this electronic beat, and I just happened to pick it up, and then I went back to the Halloween score. I was like, all right, like they're homaging a lot of stuff. I would say
that score
down to even kind of the theme, where is the killer human? Is he not? And we solve that real quick.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really find out till the second one, though, right?
Yeah, well, the end of the first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess.
But you think he's just a vagrant in a
right
fucked up Halloween clown costume?
Dude, I gotta say, I forgot how much I love the pizza guy at the beginning. I loved him, dude. He's like, "Don't worry about that guy. I'll take care of him."
Yeah, every pizza place I've been in New York.
Yep.
It's been that guy behind the counter. Listen, are you getting a slice or what?
Dude, it was like, yeah, I don't know if that guy's a real pizza guy or what, but
I don't know, but he had it down. He either lived somewhere, like even down to how the tables were set up in that pizza place. Yeah. Like it had to have been a real pizza place. Like I wouldn't have doubted if they went into the pizza place and were like, hey, we're gonna fuck up your bathroom with shit and write art on the side.
I forgot all about them showing like that Ramon or whatever cleaning up the shit.
Mm-hmm.
In there. Like I totally forgot about that.
He's like, I'm the one who makes the food. I'm in here cleaning up shit and piss.
I'm not taking anything less than time and a half for this.
Yeah.
I love
it. So like this guy, Damien Leone, seems to be the opposite of the Friday the 13th series, where it was always blonde final girls. Where this dude's I like dark haired girls, and I need a goth look.
Yes, I forgot how much I like Tara too in this.
Yes,
even though Sienna wins hands down, but
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Awesome.
There is a gearing up shot at the beginning montage of Art getting all his gear to throw in his trash bag, which I forgot about.
You know what that kind of reminded me of? Nightmare on Elm Street, when Freddy's sitting there making his finger glove,
where he's putting in the vise and sharpening it.
Yeah.
Yep.
A little bit.
I can't say enough about David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown.
Dude,
his body language, and so he's a very tall, skinny, nerdy guy. I saw him without the makeup on.
I looked him up online without the makeup.
Yeah, he's Terrifier.
So he wears a prosthetic on his nose, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, there's no way that nose is real. But
yeah, Terrifier is one of those movies where like I just remember starting to hear people talk about it, like, man, there's this fucked up clown killer movie, and I'm like, not again, because this is like Volume 1 came out. I'm like,
dude, there was one called Clown, which I actually like too. There's been a lot of clown shit. Just literally. And NorCal, yeah. It was savage.
Oh god, yeah. And if this is Project Comic Mayhem here, he's like, what did you guys make me watch? Because that was fucked up. And he didn't want to watch part 2 immediately.
I don't blame him for that. I really don't.
Yeah.
I had a nice break before watching part 2, so I get it.
And Art the Clown is If you had told me he was going to become a serial killer icon, I probably would have laughed. And I've seen more Art the Clown stuff now than ever before.
Dude, and it's blowing up even more.
Yeah.
Now that I've got stuff I'm following on Instagram and Twitter, I see that all the time, or X.
Oh,
And
especially
then
Barbie, where they had him from part 2 with the glasses on, and it had, "Are you ready for Barbie?"
I did not see that.
There's a shitload of memes of Art the Clown and the Barbie teaser posters
Nice. Dude,
because
so
the horror community had to fight back.
I was thinking Art the Clown or this David Howard Thornton guy, he's the Charlie Chaplin of horror. Fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
There,
Doesn't even
like,
talk.
he does these facial gestures. Like, one of the
The
creepiest things when they're in
smile and
the
shit.
when they're in the pizza place, he puts the coin in the little
Oh,
machine
yeah.
and pulls out the ring
Yeah, I forgot.
and
about
gives
that.
it to her. Like,
She's like, what the fuck?
and like Tara's friend Dawn, we've all had that
Poor
drunk
Dawn.
friend.
Poor
We've wanted
Dawn.
to just everything happened because of her.
Well, if Tara had just let her drunk friend drive, it would have never happened.
Well, she was going to drive, and then she's like, "I want pizza."
Yeah, it's true.
They would have left.
Yeah, there's something about Tara's gothy. Like, she's not necessarily my type, but she kind of is a little bit. I mean, brunette and dark
Yeah.
eyes. But she's decent actress as well.
She's been in a lot of stuff. She's like a character actor that shows up on TV a lot.
I didn't realize. And then she was in Renfield apparently recently.
Yes.
I haven't seen it, but I saw that was to her credit on there.
So the biggest complaint I would have about this movie, and again, when you see how haphazardly they put it together, characters are really underdeveloped.
Oh, yeah. And the dialogue is definitely lower, but I mean, it's horror, so.
I would say that Damien Leone, by the time part 2 came out, like, kind of learned his lesson.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, to me, I think that's one of the downfalls of the second one, is it kind of takes a little bit longer to get going.
But he also said that
he had character development, so
he had a lot of time during COVID to work on everything because everything shut down.
For sure. But I mean, yeah, definitely better character development in the second one. Absolutely.
Yes.
And then that makes it slower. So
yeah, there was some so there's some trope shit, like going into the abandoned building with the crazy people living in it. I was like, all right, been there, seen this. I will comment the score by Paul Wiley kind of complimented it, and also I'm not sure if this movie would work without it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Did he do the second one too?
No.
Okay.
No, he did the first one, and it just, for some reason, it had this driving music that kind of just made even the jump scares, which there weren't a ton.
It was almost as driving as well, not quite, but sort of on like a minor level of like It Follows a little bit. That score, there's like notes. There's notes of it in there, like where it drives a little bit. But I will say I do prefer the second one score. No offense, Paul.
Oh no, it's synthwave. It reminded me of The Guest.
Better. Yeah.
Also, like, I saw something on Reels today, and I laughed. So there is a gymnastics team that is doing their routine to the Talk to Me score. That song that they're listening to while they're doing the passing the hand around.
No crap.
They're using that song.
Like French song or something?
Yes. Yeah. I saw it and I stopped. I was like, oh, fuck me.
Awesome. Love it.
There's a scene in here that it pulled from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, and that's when Art scalps that woman and also cuts her tits off and then is wearing them running around.
That was creepy.
Disturbing.
Fuck. I forgot all about it.
You're right. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
the interview, and we later find out that was a year later after the end of this movie that interview happens.
I was a little sad though because originally when I saw it before it came out, um, I thought that Samantha Scafidi was going to be in the second one, but
She
then
is.
apparently,
I thought that
really?
was her in the second one.
What? No, she wasn't in the second one, was she?
I thought it was her with the makeup on.
Oh, you mean the chick with the face?
Yeah, that's Samantha Scafidi.
Oh, okay. I meant
She's the
like
one.
regular version.
Oh no.
His sister, whatever, Victoria or
Victoria, yeah.
yeah,
Vicky.
yeah. I like her. I mean, I just have a soft spot for Italian women, especially dark hair, dark eyes, dark skin. Yep, that's me. Everybody knows.
Yeah, so like this first one, it's a good setup. And again, like when I first watched it, I was like, well, that's the last I'll see of this. They're never gonna make a second one. Come to 2022.
Dude, I was happy they made a second one.
Well, but when I first watched it though, it was like there's no fucking way they're ever making a second one. Like literally
So this came out last year then? 2022.
Part 2 did, yeah.
And I just saw the first one last year.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't
And
think
then
it
I
was
kept telling
out.
you to watch part 2. I was like, you gotta watch this.
I think you had to pay for it at that time, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, well, it eventually went on Pluto or
Right.
one of those.
Jesus H. Trying to knock over my bourbon.
So one of the most insane kills in this, there was a woman hanging upside down naked. It was dawn, and she got cut from vagina down with a hacksaw.
God, brutal. I just gotta say, Art was enjoying that way too much.
Oh yeah, and then there's also the part where like Art's getting the shit kicked out of him, and it was almost like an Indiana Jones moment where she's got the board and he pulls the gun out and shoots her.
Oh yeah.
And then like he does the mime thing where he runs out of bullets. He's like, click, click. So he's going through his bag looking for another clip, and he's just pulling shit out and throwing it.
I like when he ran out of bullets. He kind of made like a Joker move, like with the gun or whatever. He's like, and I'm like, yeah, guns are stupid. Put that away. Use your cool tools, man.
Yeah, he's literally got a sack full.
Yeah, literally. I'm surprised the pizza guy didn't. Okay, get off. You're screwing shit up. Didn't feel any weird shit when he grabbed the bag and threw it back at him to get out of there.
So there is a deleted scene.
Anything?
There's a deleted scene where his arm's bleeding.
The
pizza guy.
Oh, the pizza guy.
Yeah, when he goes and takes his bag and throws it out.
Oh, is that on the Blu-ray then?
Yeah, it's on the deleted scenes of where he's got the cut down his arm and he's like, something in that fucking freak's bag.
Oh, perfect. I need to get that.
It was interesting. It was just, again, it's not a great movie. It's entertaining as fuck, and there's a couple of moments where you're gonna sit there and go, "Oh fuck, God, I can't watch this." Jesus. In particular, the Saw part, because it goes on a little long.
Oh yeah, that seems like it takes forever.
And then
she's
crazy
sitting
cat
there
lady
watching, and
crazy cat lady with imaginary baby.
So my cat loved that part because the sounds at the beginning are like kind of cat-like, and I guess cats adopted their sound off of babies to get humans' attention. So she was just like, she was like licking herself, and then all of a sudden, boom, she's like turned up, looking at the TV, then like jumped off, went to the TV. I'm like, what the fuck?
So this building part reminded me of a movie I watched probably 15 years ago. The sequel to The Collector, The Collection.
Oh man, I still haven't seen that.
One of the greatest 2-movie runs, and they almost made a third one. The second one is fucking insane.
Yeah, you've been telling me that for some time, and I need to bump that up the list.
Oh, Robert saw it. Awesome.
Oh, saw this movie.
Over the bedroom scene was this. Oh, part 2 had the bedroom scene.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, we'll get there. We'll get there, man.
Fucked up.
Woo. Ric Flair wooing that. Woo.
Woo.
The collection had one of those scenes where it was a trap-laden building, but it was abandoned, and it had like a crazy lady in it too.
So the crazy lady was real then?
Yeah, she was real in this.
I couldn't remember, and I didn't
No,
get
she wasn't.
past
No,
the
he
part.
scalped her
Okay. Oh, okay. Now I remember. Yep.
and cut her chest off.
Oh, see, I thought he was wearing. No, that wouldn't make sense because her chest was
No,
cut in half.
yeah,
Gotcha.
he cut her boobs.
The first sucked. What? Robert, how
Oh,
dare you?
the collector was.
Oh,
That's my
collector.
man.
Oh wait.
Oh no, he's talking about. He's talking about.
I don't think the first sucked.
Again,
I mean,
I
it
can
wasn't
appreciate-
high quality as 2, but it definitely didn't suck.
It cost $35,000 to make the
Yeah,
first one, so
shit.
you have. To
I couldn't make a movie look that good for $35,000.
Oh, but
No way.
oh my god, the collector.
Hey, JoJo, what's up?
Ew. The second movie, The Collector, The Collection, has the greatest ending in cinema.
All right, don't spoil it for me.
No. It was a fucking feel-good moment. I was just like, fuck yeah. Fuck you. And I was just like, all right. I can be happy with this ending if they never make another one again. And they didn't, so I'm good.
That's a Dan spoiler right there. Not a spoiler specifically, but
oh no. I like a good ending.
Very good, very creepy. I wonder if those are available on anything right now.
Yes, they are.
Prime? Tubi?
All of the above.
Probably.
I know definitely The Collector never leaves. The Collector's the one that kind of jumps around.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Prime has The Collector right now.
The guy in the mask. Is it Tom Hardy? You only see his eyes?
No, he's got red. He's got low light eyes.
Look at that. We got NorCal saying he liked the second one or the first one better.
So the second one is on Pluto and Tubi, but the first one you have to rent, or probably if you look around hard enough on the internet, you'll find it streaming.
I think I'll just do Tubi probably.
But yeah, I invited JoJo on, but she was too busy.
I wonder, has she seen these movies? I don't know.
I believe she said she did.
Did she? I'm sure she at least liked one of them, I bet.
So next week we are gonna do open movie chat, talking about scores. Robert, you're invited. JoJo, you are definitely invited if you can make it. Because the conversation will go a million different ways, especially Robert and I kind of are in like the same wheelhouse for certain supernatural movies.
Really? I think JoJo's probably got some good taste in the the horror scores.
Yeah, JoJo and I probably will bond over many a bad and good movie.
I will be in Florida. What?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna stop by Dan's then?
He's gonna be on the other side of Florida.
Oh,
he's gonna be in Tampa. I'm on the East Coast.
So have you guys been talking horror ever since you became friends?
On and off. We ended up having a conversation about best Friday the 13th kills. And I don't know.
Just recently ranked all the Friday the 13th, I think.
I believe
I have not watched that yet, but
I know her and I both agreed that there's a guy in part 4 who had the best kill. It was the guy who gets his nose broken in the shower and his head crushed against the wall.
Yeah, JoJo, you gotta watch the fan flicks for sure.
Yes, the second one was good, and you almost don't need to watch the first one, but I recommend watching all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, from what I partially rewatched on the first one, I still think I like that first one better, but I don't know. They're both good.
So The first one ends by murder-suicide after he mangles the girl Victoria's face. Which, like, he's, like, licking his fingers at a certain point. I don't know if he'd been eating her or what the fuck happened. The cops show up and he's just like, whatever, grabs a gun and just puts it in his mouth and blows his brains out.
I thought he was out of bullets. What the hell?
No,
Is
he
it a different
reloaded.
gun?
He had
Oh,
reloaded
okay.
after he
So
dumped
wait.
half the clip into Dawn, or not Dawn, Tara on the ground.
Oh, man, I must not have been paying attention at the beginning. So the chick that had her face destroyed, that was
He ate her face off.
Victoria.
Okay. Yes.
That was Victoria.
Goth girl
Okay.
got shot in the head at the end.
That's too bad.
And
I
like
like
7 other bullets because he just kept unloading. He's like,
Well, she got shot in the face and was still alive, so that was pretty amazing.
yeah.
But I liked how he was surprised by that.
So basically the cops are like, oh, the guy blew his brains out. Fuck. And then they're like, oh God, this girl's still alive. Fuck. So we find out she went into a place to rehab for a year. And then we find out like the day she got out, the next day she went on basically like a Maury Povich show and ended up like killing the host and then gets incarcerated while in the morgue, straight out of Halloween Resurrection, we have the power start surging and shit, and Art the Clown gets up and kills the morgue attendant. And we start part 2 right from the end of the first one.
Okay. Now it makes sense.
So we find out Art is supernatural. Not as suspenseful as when, Loomis shoots Michael 6 times! And he gets up and he's gone.
Oh, shit.
And I fucking love still the end of Halloween, that part where like Laura's like, was that the boogeyman? And Loomis is just like, I do believe it was. And he walks out and he's just looking at the ground and going, has that fuck I knew it look?
Yep.
And how it jumps from every place the film had been shot with hearing his breath in the background. That's an ending. Because that's paranoia at its like height. This didn't do that. But we find out just kind of the same way that Art's kind of supernatural.
Yeah.
And
makes sense.
He destroys the morgue examiner. And this one, the budget was $250,000.
That's a little bit higher.
Here's
still
the crazy
less
part.
than Halloween, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
He made it. The movie made $15 million in theaters.
Nice.
Yeah. And a lot of word of mouth of like, I just fucking saw this movie. People were walking out. People were getting sick.
People.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Rob Zombie Halloweens, but I will give her credit. That's probably one of the best scenes.
It is a brutal scene, and here's the thing with Rob Zombie: I don't think he's an untalented filmmaker. I think he's a horrible scriptwriter.
Dude, so I just saw him on a podcast. Someone asked him, just a clip, asked him about those movies, and he said basically he had a vision, he had this, and he had stuff ready to go and was done. And the studios intervened too much.
Oh, I heard the Weinsteins were up his ass, like
so
figuratively, not literally.
He kind of sounded. He didn't outright, but he sounded. There was some bitterness in his tone and his explanation of what happened, because I think even he knew like he wanted it to be better, and it ended up getting muddled.
There is so Art for some reason decides when he gets out of the morgue that he needs to go do laundry.
Oh yeah. Love it.
This is where like the actor really shines to me, because he's reading a story in the paper and he's butt naked about a school bus being hit and children dying, and he's like laughing, like he's doing like slapping his knee, like
I don't know what he did before this, but man, his mannerisms and Shit,
He's
he's
just a
just
character
talented.
actor that showed up in the background and shit.
Just talented.
Like he should have been a mime, but like, and then all of a sudden, like the power goes out, and there's a child version, a female art in a black and white suit with a side pony, which I tried to do and I couldn't pull off. And like he's like looking at her, and all of a sudden, blood starts squirting on the floor from where her legs are. And I'm just gonna assume what that was supposed to be.
I don't know what should it be. Tell us, Dan.
It was vagina blood squirting.
Oh
out.
God.
Just the direction it came from, like, and I'm like, well, I don't. Oh, the monsters was not
like
good.
his long lost daughter.
Oh, honestly, like you'll never replace Al Lewis's grandpa. Like Al Lewis is the fucking best. Hoyman.
Oh, was
Grandpa.
that like the new ones or something?
Yeah. Rob Zombie did the monsters. Like he loves the product, but so like the girl comes over and she like honks his nose and then like pokes her finger in his eye and they start playing patty cake.
Jesus.
The guy who's in the laundry room, like the laundromat, like wakes up and he's just seeing him like doing this by himself.
So I have questions about that. Because he's supernatural, but everybody can see him. But yet the girl, she must just be a figment of his imagination, kind of like in the Joker or something. I don't know. It's kind of hard to follow on that one.
I very much think the first one, they realized if they killed him off, they wrote themselves into corner.
Yeah, you're done if they just kill him off. I mean, that's... Yeah. They really had no out on that. So I kind of forgave him for that.
But like, fucking Art gets pissed off because the dude saw him. And you cut to him mopping the floor, which I love that he's very cleanly about shit like that. But the guy's got a mop handle in his fucking head.
Although I was a little mad that Ramon cleaned that whole bathroom and then he just gets killed after in the first one.
Yes.
It's like, fuck. He had it all clean.
And then we cut to my new favorite final girl, Lauren Lavera, playing Sienna. And she is doing cosplay creation to Synthwave. And she's, got this design she's making. And you sit there and you're like, all right, what the fuck? Like, they're really like going in on this. Because she's just like she's got an air gun. She's spray painting her gear. They show her creating her wings. And then you see this drawing, and it turns out her father did this. Their father, who died and was obsessed with Art the Clown and drew art of him, even though no one had ever seen him, and also drew a picture of his daughter in this angel outfit, like a warrior angel, a battle angel even. Battle Angel Sienna. But the kids are traumatized. They allude that Sienna had to go to a mental hospital for a while. Her dad had driven his car drunk into a transformer and blew up. We also are introduced to her brother Jonathan, who apparently is obsessed with Art and wanted to dress like him for Halloween. Their mother is
poor kid.
The mother is basically Joan Crawford from Mommy Dearest. She's freaking out at every fucking little thing.
True.
And I gotta go to a scene that fascinated the fuck out of me. Sienna has that dream where she ends up in the kids show with like, it's a kid show and like the lady's playing the guitar and they have like a cereal, Art Krispies, and she's got the pigtails and shit.
Yes. Yeah, Lauren.
Art's got a blowtorch. Like she's sticking her hand in the cereal for a prize, and there's like tacks and shit and broken glass in it.
Dude, that reminded me of another dream. Well, not really dream sequence thing, but there's some movie I saw recently where they introduced a story of these like crazy monkeys that went off and killed people at some kids thing
Oh.
on a TV show or something. God, I can't remember
Um,
what it was, but that was
so
like the best part of that whole movie. Anyway,
I'm gonna say like Lauren Lavera, outside of the actress who was in You're Next, are my two favorite final girls in the last like 20 years.
so Lauren Lavera and who else?
I can't remember the actress's name from You're Next. I remember the character she played.
What's next? Why does that sound familiar?
It's the one with the people with the animal masks that do a home invasion. And this family staying up in like this bougie ass.
Oh, by the way, I tried to watch Strangers, and the only ones I saw were old ones, and then Strangers 2 was available, but not the
Yes, Pray at Night's the one I think's way better than the first one.
But I'm such a
Sharni Vincent playing Erin, who nobody knows that her family were crazy fucking survivalists. So
in, like real life or
no, in this movie.
Oh, okay.
So like this dude brings her home for Thanksgiving with the family to meet them and everything, and she ended up being one of his students. So he got excommunicated from school because of it as a teacher. Gotcha. So he brings her home, and there's a home invasion by these people wearing like wolf, sheep, and animal masks, and they start like killing the family, and she goes into like crazy survivalist mode and sets all these death traps. She killed somebody with a fucking mixer. Stuck it right in their fucking forehead. Oh my god. One of the greatest kills, but she is like the baddest of the baddest.
So she took the little bowl thing off of it then.
Oh no. I'm talking about like a blender, like one of the like fucking stuck the girl's face into it.
Oh, okay. Is he talking about Terrifier?
This is still Terrifier. Yeah, like we're getting there.
Ooh, so Jeff must have liked it. Nice. I don't know, man. I don't think the first one's thumbs down. I'm gonna veto that.
If you take it for what it is, it's not.
I mean, terrible. If you compare it, yes, the second one probably is a little bit production-wise better for sure.
Art gets a blowtorch and starts torching everybody on the set. And Sienna at the last minute pulls out this sword that they keep focusing on that was going to be, and she blocks the flames, and then she wakes up and everything's on fire in her room. So now we're really hitting the supernatural.
That felt like nightmare vibes too, kind of bringing some reality
a little bit,
some dream into the reality.
Art also used a Tommy gun in it, which I appreciated.
I'll give Robert that. There really is not much substance in that first one.
No.
It's mostly just...
It's shock and awe.
And that's what I was. The first time I watched, I was like, what the fuck is this?
And then, like...
Doesn't try to be anything.
They go to the kid's school with the brother, and, like, his dickhead friends find a dead possum.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And... like, this possum comes back because, like, John's walking through the hallways, and all of a sudden he sees Art and the pale girl, they call her, playing with the dead possum, like, fucking ripping its guts out.
Again, nightmare vibes. With the freaking chick in the body bag in the hallway.
So they immediately think that, like, he did it.
Of course.
The school people. So they call the mom, and the mom's like, oh my God! Like, she fucking goes nuts. Like, literally, the only thing missing is her, like, running around screaming, no more wire hangers, and, like, throwing Comet everywhere. Yelling, Christina!
So the part where he got blamed for it kind of was hard for me to suspend disbelief on that, because most schools have cameras in hallways now. So I was
I
like,
wish they had said what state it
would
was
that
in.
really happen? Because I don't know. And
Um,
plus, they shouldn't jump to conclusions like that and just blame that kid. They should get other story. Anyway, I
and
don't know. I just that point I was like,
then we get
I don't know.
Art at the Halloween store where Sienna's there with Allie, and she's like trying to get new wings for her costume. And Art's there, and he's wearing like the flower glasses.
What is Robert trying to say there? Where's the mindset of the creator of the movie? Like for
so at the beginning of the movie I talked about how this guy is also an effects designer.
Oh
So
shit.
He does his own effects, so I think that's also you
Sounds
have to go into this is a guy who's like, well fuck, I want to do something really
some
imaginative.
cool shit, yeah.
And he
Not
said
that
during
typical
COVID
crap.
During COVID in particular, they redid that whole bedroom scene with Allie. It was shorter.
Man.
And then he was like, I kind of want to do more with it. The hacksaw scene is just... Whew.
Definitely.
The first time I saw it, the second time when I watched it today, I was like, all right, this isn't as bad. Like, the first time you watch it, you know, you kind of... You're in shock. The second time, I won't want to say I'm desensitized, but I'm like, I know it's coming, so it's not as shocking.
Yeah. A little bit, I think, of desensitization.
Sienna and Allie managed to get out of there, and then the guy working at the counter is getting into it with Art, and Art basically takes one of those, I don't know what it was, like the little cup thing with the ball, and basically shoved it right up the guy's eye hole.
Yeah.
And killed him, but he's like pulling all the tools out of his trash bag looking for money.
Dude, and that mother and kid walks in.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, no.
Oh, yeah, he's in the window.
Yeah.
With the guy's head.
He's like, oh, that's cool.
Sienna talks to the brother, and then he shows that he's had the dad's sketchbook this whole time. He's like, look, this is you in a warrior angel outfit. And then the mother comes in, she's like ripping it apart. She's like, no, more.
Oh, way too over dramatic.
Like I said, it reminded me of Mommy Dearest, which if
Yeah,
anybody wants to see a true horror movie, watch Mommy Dearest. Sure. I'm pretty sure the G-Man must have seen it because he's about the same age as I am, and that used to be on TV a lot.
So Robert kind of brings it. Oh, go ahead. We'll get to it later. But I was kind of curious if
they never explained his deal.
Do you think we're gonna get a little bit more or no?
I think so.
I think we're gonna get little bits and pieces. I hope they don't go for a full on explanation, but like a little bit of drop.
I watched the behind the scenes thing, and they started talking about what they wanted to explore with part 3.
That's cool. I was hoping they'd go a little, but not too much. Like, don't go full on, Joker mode with this.
Yeah,
because it's just Art the Clown. We don't really need to know a backstory too much. Just a little bit, little sprinkles.
Mommy Dearest. So then we get probably one of my favorite scenes, and probably Carlito's. It's the Sienna's bored and's like, I'm going to get into a full dress montage where I'm going to get in the shower and I'm going to come out and start pulling on all my pieces.
Love the shower scene. Excellent.
And then she has a belly ring that appears and disappears randomly throughout the movie.
Yes. Dude, thank you. Did we already talk about this? But I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. After stream, because I was like, what the fuck happened to the belly button? Is there? It's not. It's there. It's not.
Thick thighs save lives.
That is true. That is amen to that.
So we get the montage, and she goes downstairs, and her mom sees her, and she's like, "Your tits are out. You look like a whore."
I love that moment.
And I'm just like, Mom's had a couple of beverages. Clearly, and she's watching Night of the Living Dead. She's like, Mom, I worked on this 3 months. She's like, yeah, like, look at you. Is this what Halloween is now?
There's a lot of people that argue about that.
While that's happening, Art comes trick-or-treating to Allie's house, and she's not giving him any candy. And then he keeps coming back. And then when she goes to put the candy in his bag to get him to go away, she sees all of his death instruments in the bag. And she's like, all right, bye. And he's just like, he does that a lot where he'll like just sit there and be like,
so fucking creepy.
that weird like smile.
Yeah. The eyes, the makeup, everything is just fuck that little fucking hat.
And then we get the most prolonged death. And this was too gratuitous. Like, it honestly went too long.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
And it felt like one of those like Eli Roth torture porn movies from back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It just went way too long. And that's where I agree with the G-Man. Like, it was too much.
Yeah.
And I get it. You had a lot of cool prosthesis. But I laugh at something like that led into this where like eventually the mom comes home and he turns her head into a candy bowl and he's answering the door at this person's house with candy in her hollowed out skull. And he slaps the kid who goes to grab more candy. He's like, it's the weird dichotomy of this character where it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, also there's like a rave going on that Sienna's at with her friend. And I was like, oh my God, they're dancing like it's the opening of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I literally put that note in here.
Dude, I wish I'd taken notes. I had some. Well, that and another movie we did, Talk to Me. I was going to do notes, and I was like, nah, I don't need notes. And then I forgot a whole bunch of shit I wanted to say about that movie.
The brother was like messing with Sienna's enchanted sword, which we don't know is enchanted, but it does some weird shit leading up to it.
It does.
And then I put Mom has mommy dearest moment. Tears up dad's sketchbook. Jonathan runs away.
Should be plural. There's a couple, I think.
And then like the crazy jump scare shit happens with Jonathan walking down the street and the trick-or-treaters, and then like there's that van there, and all of a sudden you see the glowing eyes from the pale girl.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's some decent shots in this where I'm like, okay, that's creepy.
Another question at that point. I thought only Art could see her, but then the kid sees her. So I don't know.
The dad somehow was seeing visions, according to the notebook. He had clippings cut out of the pale girl when she was human.
So is this kind of like a killed at the carnival sort of deal with the family or something?
Maybe.
Could be, I think.
The sword was kind of corny, except when it wasn't.
A little bit. I kind of liked it though. I like seeing her hold the sword.
It became something cool later on. Sienna's at the rave and she finds out that she's on ecstasy.
Oh yeah, that was obvious after about 2 seconds.
The mom flips out because she walks out to the garage after the son calls her a bitch, and the car is like TP'd, egged, shaving creamed.
There's no way he could have done all that. I was like, this ain't him.
And then, like, she gets off the phone with Sienna after Sienna's like, I love you, Mom. I don't say that enough. And she gets a fucking shotgun to the head. Yeah. I put Art catches Jonathan, lots of jump scares. The pale girl shows up while at the rave.
Oh, that's right.
And she starts having a panic attack, which we find out like is pretty. She has a history of having like panic and anxiety.
Both saw the pale girl.
Yes. Huh. Which I have more to talk about that from just the behind the scenes stuff.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Brooke and Boy Toy get slaughtered outside amusement park. Did drugs. It's the rules.
That is the rules.
Although like Brooke gets it pretty bad. Like she got acid thrown in her face.
I shouldn't laugh at that. That's actually happened in real life to people. That's scary.
And then there was an amusement park, you know, like where all the like Fright House and shit where all this is going on. Art is also whipping them like Pootie Tang with the belt, except this is like a chain hook that he's like whipping the shit out of them both with. And I don't know why I immediately went to Pootie Tang, but that's where my brain went.
That's why I started laughing, Pootie Tang.
tippy toe, tippy tay. And like Sienna starts fighting. Like I posted a clip earlier where she sticks that like board with the nail right into his
pale
fucking
girl
knee.
NorCal.
Yeah, that's they call the pale girl.
Yeah.
Who is actually like a very young teenager.
She's got to have a backstory. I don't really want to hear it though.
She was killed in a carnival. That's all we know.
God dang it!
That's what the dad
ruined it for me, Dan.
No, it was in the clippings in the dad's book.
Oh, I missed that.
So Sienna kind of gets knocked out of all this, and he knocks out Jonathan, and in the meantime, like Sienna is thrown down a dunk tank, basically, because her and Art had a throwdown, and she gets trapped in it, and she's suffocating. Well, Art's getting pissed because the kid's not waking up. He's like clapping, and he keeps doing all this shit to try and wake the kid up, and it's not happening.
I forgot about that.
Finally, like the kid wakes up, and it's Art nibbling on his fucking ankle.
Oof.
Yeah. And I wrote Sienna trapped in dunk tank. We go full mystical bullshit now.
Yeah.
She's dying, and all of a sudden, like her belly button starts glowing. It must have been the missing ring. It's like her Green Lantern ring.
Maybe it was.
Holy shit! That's the sword starts glowing, and she frees herself and comes back to life.
Oh my god! She's got to protect this realm.
Soaking wet, full sword, and there is
she's what?
Soaking wet from being in the tank.
I just wanted to.
Yeah. I wrote Art versus Sienna throwdown brutal. Superpowered belly button, Sienna warrior angel.
Yes.
But she starts beating the shit out of him with the sword and like slices his throat open. And he kind of has that, all right, fuck you, do it. And there's a little thing I love that they do because there's a little bit of truth to this fiction. You're never going to lop someone's head off in one shot.
It's true.
And she starts just fucking wailing till it comes off. And then she goes to like comfort her brother, and she looks and the pale girl's holding the head.
Weird.
And her and her brother are both seeing it. And again, I wrote Battle Angel Sienna.
So who let little Harley Quinn? Who let her be in? Because that's like what parent would let them be in this fucking film?
So apparently she's 16 or 17.
What? No way.
Yes.
She looks way like I was thinking like 12 or something, maybe 11, 10.
In the behind the scenes stuff, they said how they found her. She sent in a video of her making creepy faces.
Oh my god.
Because they hired her during COVID, so everything was done over video.
Makes sense.
And then we get to the after credit scene. With Chris Jericho in it, working in the asylum.
That's right. Yeah. I wanted to wipe that from my mind for a second.
And
Chris Jericho.
The most disturbing scene happens where Victoria starts writing the C word, slut, Art plus Vicky. And she is writing it and shit and everything else, and I think maybe placenta. She gave birth to Art's head.
Yeah.
And it's smiling and too far, yeah.
How did we get there?
That's
what I want to know. How the
I guess
did we get there?
I guess the the pale girl somehow threw it in her hoo-ha. I don't know. Like I don't know how.
Now I'm even more fucking confused. How the fuck?
It's insane. Like I remember like going, I wonder if there's a big. What the fuck?
I thought they were gonna turn her into the next like Art.
No, and then like Art's head.
Which I was like, no, please don't do the Saw move. Please don't.
It's still alive, his head, and
but
so
weird.
when that finished, I watched the behind the scenes, and it was an interview with David Howard Thornton and Damien Leone for I think it was Dread Central Site. And he was like, yeah, so like this movie was Art and the Pale Girl trying to stop their basically antibody from being created in Sienna. Because Sienna's like the opposite to their evil. So my question is,
So she is magically powered.
Is her brother part of it too? Because he can see them.
It's gotta be. It's a family affair.
What got me excited is Sienna's coming back for the third one.
Yes.
So I was just
count me in.
Yeah, I was just like, all right. So we'll find out November 1st when they release the trailer for a movie they haven't even started shooting yet.
Dude, if they kill her off, I'll be so sad.
So if I were going to guess, they're going to finish it this trilogy.
And then do a reboot?
Probably.
Or what do the kids call it these days? A requel?
Requel. I was very upset because I was like, man, I hope this isn't the last of Sienna. Because honestly, like, the one of the qualities for a final girl I look for is someone who's vulnerable, a little damaged, but they have like a strength to them.
Yeah. I thought the first girl, Tara, in the first one had that.
I mean, until she didn't.
Well, until she didn't. But I mean,
yeah.
And also, weirdly enough, in some shots, I got severe Neve Campbell vibes. Because she has a similar silhouette and like the way she kind of looks sometimes.
A little bit. They could not put her in enough tight tops. Like, literally, they knew what they were doing.
Right.
And then as soon as I saw the... No!
Yeah, I'm thinking NorCal. I think she's going to die.
As soon as I saw like her in the angel outfit, I was just like, man, like she's stunning. And then you get into her character. I was like, all right, like I'm down. Like,
you know what though? Maybe she'll die, but she'll come back as like a supernatural heroine.
She already did.
And fight Art forever.
I would say she already came back from death once.
She didn't really die though. She got healed.
By her magical belly button.
I know. So it's not really a true death.
That like made a cut all the way up her chest. It was like,
yeah, it's it's not a true death.
I'm curious about the sword. Like, is it like Mjolnir? It's just gonna keep like coming back when she throws it.
That would be kind of cool.
She'll come back as Art's number one.
Oof.
Or her and Art team up and kill the Pale Girl and rule from beyond.
You can't kill kids. That's fucked up.
Rule from beyond the Valley of Death. Kind of like Lopan was planning. In Big Trouble in Little China. Does she have green eyes? So you find this lady with green eyes and rule the world from beyond the shadow of death. Indeed. Or check into a mental facility.
Oh man, yeah. So G-Man got any predictions on the third one? He probably don't care.
He wrote, "Please no,
please no."
So yeah, that might have been about the requel. Because I'm kind of there with Scream movies. Like after this last one, I was like, I don't think I need another one for a while.
I think they could end it with the last one. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, like
although I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see Neve Campbell come back just one more time. Just one more time.
I mean, if they brought her back, it would be to die.
God damn it! Don't say that. Then I never want her to come back.
And they already kind of in the last one were going towards Sam now that she's channeling Billy Loomis fucking constantly. So maybe like Sam would kill Neve. Only to have Jenna Ortega kill Sam. And
I want to see Michael Myers versus Art. I think that would be funny.
Two silent killers. There was
fucking Jason's silent too. What are you gonna do?
but they
So I
had
guess
Freddy.
you could do, you know what? Freddy versus Art would be kind of fun too, but I would only want Robert Englund. I'm sorry. And he's retired.
But they had
that sucks.
what was it? Freddy versus Jason versus Ash from Evil Dead in a comic book.
Oh, in a comic book, yeah.
There was a point in time where there was going to be Jason versus Pinhead.
Yeah.
And they were going to play it into that Michael Myers. It was Michael Myers versus Pinhead. Michael Myers, how he became evil was he found the puzzle box.
Dude, I think I'm going to make a Art versus Freddy fan film. I'm going to get me some editing tools and fucking slice that shit up.
I mean, they haven't even figured out what the fuck to do with Freddy. The last time I heard, they were talking about Kevin Bacon.
All I know is Freddy. That remake, no offense to the actor, but
it was terrible.
Holy shit, it was god awful. I remember walking out of the theater like, holy fuck, that was bad. Like, I really did not like that at all. But it wasn't him though. It wasn't the what's his face. He wasn't.
Rooney Mara like hated it.
I just was.
She was embarrassed being in it. I did see a trailer the other day for a movie that I'm now pretty sure I'm going to go see on Thanksgiving, and I wasn't going to see it before. Napoleon.
I kind of want to go see that, but I'm probably gonna have to go by myself because no one else around here wants to sit through that. So. But I'm a history buff, and yeah, I like Ridley Scott. And Joaquin Phoenix.
The trailer got me hooked because I wasn't interested until I saw the trailer the other day.
Me too. Same. Me too.
I'm gonna end up seeing Killers on the Flower.
I've heard mixed on that, like hardcore.
So I heard if you're a film fan, you'll like it. If you're a casual moviegoer, you're gonna fucking hate it.
Yeah, I think that's about where I saw it landed.
But I kind of felt that way going.
If you like Scorsese, you'll love it.
But it was kind of going into see Oppenheimer. I had the same thing.
Freddie, you know what? I should get an artist. I should make a submission for artists to do Freddy versus Art the Clown. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe that could be my tattoo from Gambit.
I'll ask Gambit.
Ooh, that could be yes.
See if you do a comic book cover of it.
That'd be sick. He's way too busy, but that would be sick.
Yeah, the Killers of the Flower Moon. I saw like guys from Barstool went and saw it, and they're like, "Oh, this sucks."
Oh, well, you can't judge movies off those guys.
Yeah, I know it's like 3.5 hours, but I feel like the artistry. It's Leonardo, De Niro, DiCaprio.
I feel like I would like this better than Once Upon a Time and. Or what the fuck was that?
Oh, in Hollywood or
no? Wait, that was
Tarantino, that was Tarantino. I mean, it had to be better than The Irishman.
What am I thinking? I actually like The Irishman,
but it was fucking long.
It was long, and they had some historical stuff that was not accurate. But what was the fucking Scorsese movie everybody loved, and I was just kind of it don't matter. But
The Departed.
No, I like that. I mean, did he do the fucking Shutter Island?
Yes.
Not a fan. Overrated. And that was a Leo movie, I think.
Yes.
I predicted that movie as soon as I the first 5 fucking minutes. And that's kind of a me thing though. It's not the movie itself. It's just for me that's kind of a me thing.
It's John's Comics with Kids' most hated movie.
Really?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he hates it.
Oh, Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
I think he actually liked Shutter Island, but not a fan. I'm the only one I know so far that didn't like Shutter Island. If I had to rank Scorsese films, that would be dead last for me.
Shutter Island was just boring.
But yeah, well, all of the above, in my opinion. Predictable, boring. There was a lot of movies that came out around that time that were playing on the same concept too. Like there was that John Cusack one, I think it was Identity.
Oh, yeah.
That was about out at the same time. And
do it, Terry.
Every time I see John now.
Tell him how much you love it.
Do it. Tell him how much you love it. It's not great, I don't think, but it's not awful. I enjoyed it for what it was. I wouldn't probably watch it on a whim again, but it was enjoyable. It was decent. Decent.
Like I was watching because it's Halloween and technically it's a Halloween movie for me, The Crow,
Oh yeah, that can be
the other day, and fuck, I
best
forgot.
movie ever.
Michael Wincott has one of those like distinguished voices where he talks and it's just like, all right, it's Michael Wincott. It's the same way in RoboCop, where when I hear the guy who plays Red on that '70s show, like I'll hear I'll hear him on that '70s show playing Red, and I'm like, come on, say it, bitches leave.
Classic.
Oh my god, RoboCop's
Well,
such
it's
a
like the
movie.
guy in Silence of the Lambs, the butterflies, and Will You Fuck Me? That guy, he has a distinct
Buffalo
voice.
Bill. Yeah,
Buffalo Bill. I haven't seen the original or the remake NorCal, unfortunately. It's on my list. It's a long list, as everyone knows by now.
So I think I watched.
You didn't really care for it, right?
I think I watched up to the third Crow movie, and then they were talking about doing the remake with what the fuck's it? Jason Momoa, and
I thought they did a remake after the original. Oh,
okay. They made 2 sequels, and then there was a TV series.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking
of. If the Crow remake happens, like, I think it'd be better for them to go with a no name.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I mean, Jason Momoa is probably going to be Lobo soon.
Honestly, if they reboot Nightmare again, they need to get a no-name actor. I really don't think any popular actor, even Kevin Bacon, I think he's just too old.
So I'd be interested to see Kevin Bacon, but I don't need to see Kevin Bacon play.
And if I could visit an alternate universe where Kevin Bacon was Freddy, that'd be cool to see. I just don't want to see it in this one. That's just me. Personal preference.
I mean, I know who could do it. I don't know if they would ever do it. Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I agree, Robert, for sure.
Because Mark Hamill can play like creepy, crazy, and can do like weird voices, and he's kind of a method actor.
His voice acting is.
Oh, that Bill Skarsgård one. I think they bailed on him a while back already.
Wait. Oh, with the Crow or whatever?
Yeah, there's went through like 5 actors already. Yeah, and all of them have ditched on
long off of that one. Yeah. I think Momoa's off of it too, right?
Yeah, I forget who the last one they were looking at. I mean, we're close enough to the point where it's gonna end up being a wrestler.
Speaking of wrestlers that resemble the Crow, Sting is retiring.
Yes, I saw that.
Finally.
Maybe they'll get John Cena as the Crow.
Oh, God.
Jey Uso. Gold Dust.
Fucking John Cena.
Listen, Peacemaker kicked ass. I don't give a fuck what.
I
that shit made me laugh.
It's not for me. I don't think I would enjoy it that much, but I believe you.
Oh, it was funny. I was expecting very little to nothing, and I was like,
I just fucking hate that character, and I wasn't a fan. I saw the opening credits, and that's not for me either. But I respect people who enjoy it.
His sidekick, the what the fuck is his name? Vigilante was like McLovin, except a like psychotic killer.
Kudos to you, Perry. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Penis.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way they did Vigilante, really. But again, it's like I said, I respect people who enjoy it. It's just not for me. And I know Legion of Comics, Mark, he loves the shit out of that. So it's good for him. I don't like fun, Perry. I'm a fun hater. Okay.
How dare you?
Hater. That's why I'm going to work in 6 hours.
I work tomorrow, but I close. I think I'm going to see The Shining on Tuesday. It's playing at the theater for Flashback Theater over by me.
Oh, at Cigar Club tonight, that was brought up in conversation because unbeknownst to me, half of the people that were there, I found out actually enjoy horror movies. Because there was a couple there that don't watch movies, not really into movies, only occasionally throw on Netflix or something. And I'm like, wow, I guess I'm not going to join this conversation. And then they started talking to my friend about horror because I was talking to the other friend about horror. And they're like, oh, yeah, I love a good horror movie. I'm like, well, what the fuck? You just said you didn't like movies. So it's kind of weird. But anyway, I was telling him because he loves The Shining and she loved it too. I was like, you got to watch The Shining and Doctor Sleep back to back. Because that's what I'm doing this year. I did that last year and I fucking enjoyed myself.
But you have to watch the director's cut of Doctor
Sleep. Right, exactly.
Which
I'll have to text him tomorrow to let him know that. I don't think it's available streaming though.
No, you have to get that on the Blu-ray.
So I'll have to, and he doesn't have a Blu-ray player, so he's definitely not a movie guy. But
the associate producer from Never Hike Alone 2, who's on Instagram, Gabagool.
Oh yeah.
She recommended the new Mike Flanagan show on Netflix, Fall of House of Usher.
That came up too because they were talking about that.
She said it was fucking fantastic, and I need to watch it.
He was talking about how he was watching Haunting on Hill House too.
Yes.
And I said, you got to watch Midnight Mass. You guys got to watch Midnight Mass. Because I'm telling you, if you like those two things, I guarantee. I haven't watched a Flanagan thing that I haven't liked yet. So
yeah, because Fall of House of Usher, and he said that's going to be his last one that he does for Netflix. He's done.
But did they get it, Carlito? They didn't, buddy. What the fuck is he talking about?
I think the couple that you were talking to.
Oh.
Carlito watches Ingmar Bergman for fun.
I watch
Carla Gugino for fun.
Yes.
Midnight Mass was good. It was creepy.
Yes, I loved Midnight Mass. Yeah.
There was, surprisingly enough, I've been watching Cursed Films. They didn't do a new season this year, but I was surprised that they didn't have The Shining on there for Cursed Films. But I guess it's not really cursed. It's just a lot of fucked up things happen on the set, and it was all Kubrick.
Oh, G-Man, I think that's what he's referencing. They did get The Shining. They actually both read the book, which is a step above me because I never read the books. So.
Oh, then they're gonna pick apart the.
Well, no. So they didn't read Dr. Sleep though, so they're safe from that. And I go good because it's different, way different from the book.
Dr. Sleep book was good. That was like the first Stephen King book that had been good since he had gotten in that accident.
Prequel to The Shining, right?
Sequel.
Oh, okay. So
it takes place 20 years later.
Okay, I thought the book it took place before, and then The Shining was out. Okay.
Nope.
So even I didn't know that, so I'm gonna have to tell him I was wrong on that. I hate admitting when I'm wrong because it never happens.
Crothers Digital Ghost, though.
I do like that. I enjoyed it.
For anybody who does like Stephen King, though, there is a movie that I do love by him, and it's before Gary Busey went fucking nuts, and that's Silver Bullet. If you want a good werewolf movie.
I thought you were going to bring up Maximum Overdrive again.
Yeah. I said a good movie.
Oh, that's right. True.
Not Stephen King jacked up on cocaine saying, I can fucking direct it.
Because that kind of came up in conversation, too, about... Because they were both like, yeah, so we watched the Stephen King version of The Shining.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, there were a couple cool things, but we didn't like it overall as good as the Kubrick.
Yeah, I had to send that trailer to you for Maximum Overdrive that he had cut. Like, good God.
Fucking fantastic. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Dead Zone. I've seen Dead Zone. That's pretty good.
Oh, yes. Fucking Christopher Walken. Your son, he's in danger.
So I didn't know he did Silver Bullet. I like Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet. It was a small vignette from a book.
Oh, okay.
And Gary Busey's in it, and Corey Haim's in a wheelchair in it.
Yeah.
Back before he was on drugs.
That a little bit.
Although he hung out with Gary Busey, so
maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't want to assume, but
I did watch The Lost Boys again after I finally popped in my 4K that I got 2 years ago. Still a great movie. fucking like listen, it's great. And then you see Bill from
Kiefer
Bill and Ted
Sutherland,
in
baby.
it. Also probably the one movie that I like by the guy who were in the Batman series. Number 3 and 4.
You're talking films?
Yes.
Oh, Schumacher.
Yes, he did Lost Boys.
Wow.
And I'm still fascinated by the guy
How
playing.
the fuck did he go from Lost Boys to Batman and Robin?
The guy playing shirtless. The
I know how. Studio
saxophone
interference. Never mind.
cocaine.
And that too.
I have not seen Boogeyman yet. It is on
Boogeyman.
one of the streaming services, and I've been meaning to see it.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
What's her face? Tara from the first Terrifier was in Bye Bye Man.
I haven't seen that one.
I think I've seen it. I don't think it was really that anything special, but
I did like Thinner. That was an interesting one. The Gypsy Curse and Thinner. The guy's getting Thinner was the one where the guy's getting a blowjob in the car and he hits the gypsy and he gets cursed.
Oh fuck.
And like he can't put on weight and he's just getting thinner and thinner. Like that came out one year and then Needful Things came out right after that.
Ooh, Needful Things. Love it.
It's
one of my personal.
That one was good. I always love that line with "I just killed my wife. Is that wrong?"
Is that wrong?
Yeah.
What's that one with Kurt Russell? I don't think it's Stephen King, but it was kind of a thriller. Breakdown?
Oh, fucking.
I kind of like that movie a little bit. That was pretty good. It wasn't Stephen King, but
no.
I don't know why it just popped in my head when I was trying to think of older movies I like that are kind of thrillers.
Out in the 90s, I believe.
Yeah, it did.
For anybody that wants to see one of the most horrifying movies that is so fucking violent and you just never hear about it, Rutger Hauer in The Hitcher, the original, he is fucking frightening.
You know what I liked him in? Surviving the Game. And I think either Ice-T or Ice Cube was in it. I don't want to say Ice-T because it might have been a little too long ago.
It might have been Ice-T. I will say, though, Ice-T did fight the leprechaun when he was back in the hood.
Dude, Surviving the Game, for the first time I saw that, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I thought it was just some nice rich people giving homeless people a cabin and food and yada, yada, yada. And then the next day they start hunting them. It was amazing. Most dangerous game.
There is, if you want to, anybody wants to jump into a dumb series that you'll end up watching and then get mad at yourself for ending up watching because it's on a marathon.
Dexter Newborn.
Tremors.
Just kidding.
Tremors, or even better, the Puppet Master series.
Oh God. I forgot all about
the puppet. Also, Wishmaster is also fucking horrible. But like, if it's
that
on,
is true.
I'll end up in like.
Didn't Craven produce one of those?
I think so.
I don't think he was a director on it, but I think he.
The weirdest thing I remember Wes Craven doing was the Phantom
they
of the
wrote
Opera.
His name on that movie.
The Phantom of the Opera that he did with Robert Englund playing the Phantom was interesting.
I don't know if I saw that.
First Wishmaster. Yeah. It's when you got to the fourth or fifth one.
Oh, God.
It's kind of like Hellraiser, where I knew Hellraiser jumped the shark when we got to the fourth one, and it was a digital online party, and Lance Henriksen was in it. When Lance Henriksen ends up in your series in the 2000s, shit went wrong. Shit went real wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he was still good in the X-Files in 1999 when he was on that.
Wishmaster 2. Oh, God.
Oh, Perry.
There was also the Warlock series with Adrian. Oh, God. Was it Julian Sands, who ended up in Arachnophobia, which Arachnophobia is a fucking great film.
Oh, that's one of my cult favorites. I'll be watching that this month as well.
John Goodman.
Even though I fucking hate spiders. God.
I'm not a spider fan. It was just funny because John Goodman's like, oh yeah, I see you got an infestation, spitting on him and just
like stomping on him and just walking. He's fucking so good, man. So good.
That and King Ralph.
And what's his fucking God damn it? Is it Jeff Daniels?
Yes.
He's so fucking good in that too.
And then he went on to doing Dumb and Dumber.
Yep. But he did do that show with the news one, Newsroom.
Oh yeah.
He was real good in that. He had some great monologues written by that fucking Sorkin? One guy that Sorkin.
Yes.
Yep. Amazing. One of the best speeches that's not real ever spoken in my life that I have a clip saved of. The one where he talks about America being the greatest or whatever at the college, like as a guest speaker or something.
I think I said
like we're number one in everything. Blah, blah, blah. Why are you on America? And he's like, goes into this whole diatribe about how we're not number one in everything and stuff. It's like, yep.
I think last week we talked about Wes Craven. We watched Red Eye. Check out Serpent in the Rainbow.
Man. Fuck yeah, Red Eye. I have not seen. I need to check out Serpent in the Rainbow. Yep.
It's so good.
I like Spider-Man. That's about as far as my spider love goes. Not a big fan in real life of spiders.
Arachnophobia. I remember when that came out. Fuck. Like, it was on the back of a lot of the comic books I bought in the 90s.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like that was on a lot of the back of them.
I wish they did a 4K of that. The Blu-ray still looks like a DVD to me, but
you know that is one they hadn't done. I just pre-ordered
October 25th, the others. That's all I gotta say. I'm ready.
Yeah, I got Last Starfighter coming because that is a definite movie from my childhood that I need to own. The Meg 2's coming. Oh, Monster Squad. And I got the Young Guns 4K showing up.
Oh, nice. Young Guns. Sorry, I'm not into the... what were those you named off again? Oh, Meg. I'm not into the Meg. Just can't do it.
Yes, the other is with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
It had that scene that was also spoofed in Scary Movie with... I'm not your child.
With the sheet or whatever.
Yes. Oh, wolf spiders.
Oh, I fucking hate wolf spiders. My dad found a nest of wolf spiders in our hill when there was a bad drought in the 80s. So I was like, what, 6 or 7? And the babies are just fucking all over it. Like thousands of babies just all over the mama spider.
Last Starfighter, directed by Nick Castle, who was Michael Myers in the first Halloween film.
Oh yeah.
And also it has a actor from The Music Man playing the alien in it.
What?
Yes.
Which actor is that?
Oh God! Now you're challenging me.
On the spot, Dan. On the spot. That's what Google's for.
IMDb, but
he knows the meaning of pal.
Robert Preston.
Oh, okay.
As Centauri.
Yes, Snorkel. Slow burn, definitely satisfying for sure.
He was Harold Hill.
I do remember being what?
He's Harold Hill, the Music Man.
What the fuck?
Norachnophobia. Those are the spiders they used in it.
Oh, I think he just meant on arachnophobia.
Yeah.
So they used wolf spiders, huh? Well, I don't know. That one they found in the forest looked like...
Oh, that one that fucking jumped in it.
Forest spider. Or a wolf spider.
Yay, JoJo's done with work.
That means she can come on live now and talk about horror movies for a little bit, right, JoJo? Come on.
Unless she's at work.
Just a little bit. No, she's done. She works from home, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think she works mostly from home, I believe.
Literally only been friends with her for 2 weeks.
Come on, man. You're so far behind. You got to watch her streams, too. You're fucking behind, Dan.
Listen, I don't get into everybody's business.
Oh, you don't have to be. I mean, it's just kind of obvious. I thought she mentioned that on her last, or maybe 2 streams ago. I'm a couple behind. And I need to watch her Friday the 13th ranking, even though I've only seen technically 1 film out of that.
Well, if it doesn't have the fan films in it, it's not a true ranking. There, I said it.
Oh my god! Now you're gonna. Why you gotta do that to JoJo? Why you
I
gotta do that to
have.
JoJo?
I haven't.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
she did put she works from. But also
So-
like the rankings for them are so easy because it's clearly 4 and 6 are your.
I was
top
just gonna
two.
say that's what somebody else was saying. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, it's 4 and 6, and then I would put 2 there because 2 has my favorite final girl from the series.
Oh.
But 3 and 4 have my favorite Jasons. Both of them dead.
So Robert must like Eyes Wide Shut then, if he loves everything.
No
Nicole
one
Kidman
liked
does.
Eyes Wide Shut.
I haven't met anybody that says they love that movie yet.
I did have a boss that loved to quote Days of Thunder, though.
Yeah, I've known a few people like that.
Yeah, the Robert.
Mostly
Duvall,
race
like,
car fans, though. Oddly
yeah,
enough.
he's a NASCAR fan. He
Yep.
he was one of my bosses. He called us in and he's like, "Listen, we did 5 laps your way. Now we're gonna do 5 mine." I was like, "You just fucking quote Days of Thunder," and he goes, "Fuck you."
See, I'm more preferential to Talladega Nights, but that's just me. Will Ferrell.
Listen, I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew, Chip. I'll wail on you like a spider monkey.
Oh, he secretly likes it, just not Tom Cruise. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Pray to baby Jesus, the 6 pound 3 ounces one.
God. Baby Jesus. Thank you, baby Jesus.
Uh,
That's a movie I need to get on Blu-ray.
so I'm not a huge Tom Cruise fan, but when he plays a villain,
Oh, dude, Collateral.
in Collateral, and also
Jesus.
in Interview with the Vampire, I think he's fascinating in
I
that
haven't
movie
seen
playing
that yet.
Lestat.
I actually thought he was good in A Few Good Men, and he was not a villain in that. It's a
Um,
different type of movie. He's not
and
really an action star. In
also,
that, but-
I will say in Tropic Thunder,
Oh yeah.
when he's basically playing Les Moonves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
NorCal. NorCal knows about Collateral. All those Cali people know about Collateral.
Oh, JoJo.
Oh, JoJo. Jeez. I'm not sure if JoJo's gonna like that or not.
I
I'm on
had
the
to rent it
fence.
on Amazon.
What? I own it. I could
Well,
just
actually, I
mail
owned it.
to
It was $4 on Amazon to
gotcha.
own it, but
because I got the 4K now and the Blu-ray. I need to sell the Blu-ray. Actually, I should just mail that to JoJo. The fuck
I
am
will
doing?
recommend anybody that likes zombie movies and likes British comedy and likes musicals. Anna and the Apocalypse is a favorite of mine. It's like Shaun of the Dead, but a musical with high schoolers.
And once again, if we're speaking about zombie movies, I'm going to go to my favorite zombie movie, Train to Busan.
Oh, well, that's
Got to bring that up every Halloween.
Train to Busan's a great one. Honestly, if you're looking for an infection movie, 28 Days Later is fucking amazing.
Yes. And 28 Weeks Later.
With Cillian Murphy, who didn't really get to do a lot in 28 Days Later, like acting wise, except for act scared and wake up from a coma.
Right. Dude, those I tell you, man, what was that? Early aughts when they did those?
Late 90s, early aughts, yeah.
Oh, was it 90s?
It was pretty early on, but because I remember like that movie Doomsday with Rona Mitra came out like right around this fucking horrible movie. Rona Mitra was like Kate Beckinsale light.
I liked her in Nip Tuck, and that's about as far as I'll go.
Oh, you didn't like her in the
no.
Oh god, what was that fucking movie with Kevin Bacon where he was the Invisible Man?
No.
No.
Oh wait, I might not be thinking of the same actress. Damn, my phone's over there. All right, good night, Robert. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Night, man.
I got to come on your stream sometime, but you're in the morning now, so I don't know.
Have fun in Florida.
Yeah, have fun in. Don't be Florida. I don't want to see a Florida Man article with you in it, Robert. Be good.
He'll be with Puff. He'll be safe.
That's good. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah,
Take
see, NorCal ain't lying, JoJo. You got to watch Collateral. I don't. I'm leaning towards she's probably gonna like it, but I don't know. It's
2002.
It's a toss up kind of.
2002 for 28 Days Later.
But I wouldn't recommend it to her if I didn't think she might like it. I'll say that.
I feel like she trusts my judgment more than you at this point.
I'm gonna go with no on that one. Well, okay. When it comes to horror, yes, I will agree with that.
I'm talking like her and I have had like these deep conversations.
I'm gonna go with no. I don't think so. No. Nope.
I have a very varied taste.
Yes, you do. A very eclectic taste.
That will sometimes go to zombie musicals, and then other times I will watch, like, my favorite movie all time is To Kill a Mockingbird, because Gregory Peck is fucking amazing in that movie.
That's your favorite movie of all time?
Yep. Favorite
Holy
drama.
shit. It's my aunt's favorite movie. It's a great fucking movie.
Gregory Peck puts on such a powerful performance in that movie, yeah. And just the fact that dude made people want to be lawyers.
Yep.
It's weird because they made us read it in high school, and then they had us watch the movie, and I didn't give a fuck about the rest of the movie. It was just his performances, and I'm just like, and I think that might have stoked my love of film, because that was something I normally wouldn't watch, and I was like, this dude's fucking great.
That definitely was one that opened my mind, because that wasn't in a genre that I would typically go for back then.
And then I went through a year. I watched every AFI Top 100 film that I could get my hands on.
I need to do that.
A lot of the films are hard to get at this point, but I was so appreciative of them making me watch Rio Bravo, Bridge on the River Kwai.
Ooh, my dad loves Bridge on the River.
I watched George C. Scott and why am I blanking the general Patton?
Oh,
some of the greatest overacting with Rommel, you magnificent bastard! I read all your books.
I guess I maybe have seen that when I was little.
A funny thing from high school.
What?
Damn,
that's horrible.
Instead of having us read Romeo and Juliet, they had us watch that movie from the 70s.
Oh, see, we read it and watched the movie.
Little did they know I was going to see Olivia Hussey's tits, because they didn't have it edited.
I think they knew.
It awakened something in me I did not know.
Yeah, I'm going to say probably the same for me too. But back then they didn't know, like, there was no it was art, and like,
I mean, there was art.
I don't know how to describe it.
It
wasn't frowned upon like nowadays it is. But I mean, you can watch someone get their head chopped off, but you can't watch a pair of breasts.
I'm sorry if I sound sexist. I just had a couple of drinks in, and that's the first word that came to my head. Her ample bosom.
Ample bosom.
And also, like, they sued the directors of that because they didn't realize that was considered child pornography.
Yeah, well, wasn't it made in Europe, though?
Yeah, it was, but...
So, technically, I mean, I think the laws were different then over there, but I guess if it's distributed over here, technically, I don't know how that works. But...
It's confusing for me because, like, I didn't realize Helen Mirren was the same one that I saw in Excalibur, like, 35 years ago.
Oh God, that's right.
And like she's a fucking fox back then. And I was like, you know what? Still got it.
Yeah, she had some weapons of mass destruction.
We had to read in high school were pretty questionable. Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Yep. Dude, I bet there'd be like trigger warnings over all the shit we used to do back in high school. These days. Like,
yeah, there was a couple of books that we read that
I remember bringing in on slow days in our English, sci-fi English lit something class. It was like a elective, and there'd be slow days or something where the teacher was doing conferences or working on something, or She didn't have a plan, and she was like planning for the next whatever. And I would just bring X-Files episodes in. And I
Well,
remember some
even
people in the class like freaking out over some of the X-Files episodes. I'm like, really?
even like the wording used in like of mice and men to
Yeah.
describe characters, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest too. Like, I don't know how like the world according to Garp would fly now.
I don't know that one, but I've heard about that.
The movie with Robin Williams is great.
She always is.
The Giants. The swing and miss at free agency every year. Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
What?
Um,
Well, I can't really say anything because the Cubs had a fucking abysmal year. So
yeah, but
anyway.
it's cute when they do that.
No, it used to be cute. Now it's just annoying. Yeah, I miss Robin too. Yeah, someone said that the other day actually, and it's like, yeah, duh. Oh, Ryan Reynolds, I think, tweeted that or something. It's like, yep, everybody does miss him.
Yeah, and also like you saw Insomnia not that long ago.
Yeah, boy, and that like seeing it now compared, what was it, like 20 years ago that came out?
Yeah, and then what was it? 24-hour photo was the other one that
Oh,
was.
dude, that's the one I saw during, was it last year or the year before during COVID? I'd never seen that, and I was, obviously COVID and shit. I was like, well, nobody's doing anything. I guess I'll just watch a bunch of movies, and that was on my list. And holy shit, man, it's like kind of a departure for him, but he brings such humanity to the screen that.
And that's like in those roles where he could play kind of this damaged, dark character.
Yes,
that I don't think people ever got to really see from him.
Like he was kind of not. I wouldn't say innocent, but not threatening at first, and he's just kind of damaged and lonely, and like. But then, yeah, he just turns the whole dark corner. Deadpool. Okay, so I swear to God, if Taylor Swift is in Deadpool 3, I'm out. I'm not going
as Dazzler, though. It makes sense.
I'm not going to see it. I will wait till streaming. And I love Deadpool. I love Ryan Reynolds, but
I've seen all of them on streaming or Blu-ray because I just
can't fund the Taylor Swift madness.
I know it's a movie that'll go see where people won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that kind of bothers me too. But that's why I go Monday through Thursday. I don't go on the weekends anymore.
Well, if it comes out during the summer, it doesn't matter.
Sort of true. If you go early enough, though, it matters.
Well,
most kids and disrespectful people don't wake up till afternoon.
I live in a small town, and there's not a whole lot around.
Come on,
it's
Dan.
It's probably why the Space Center is nearby and they launch fucking shuttles near me.
During the re-release? You know what, JoJo? We could do a watch-along. I'd do that.
I would love to see it in the theater, but it's not playing within an hour of me.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, JoJo's probably got it out there. But...
Now, if you wanted to do a Terrifier 3 reaction video, I'd be down for it.
That would be sweet. Actually, that is a cool idea.
And if you wanted to join us next week for open horror chat, which this weirdly has become,
yeah,
I will send you the link.
I mean, come on. Terrifier and Terrifier 2 are good stuff, but is there really that much to talk about?
But listen, the first hour was very structured.
Of the second one, right?
No, the first hour was very structured of this episode.
Oh, yeah.
We stayed mostly on topic.
Pretty much, yeah.
I took notes for once.
A little bit. I need to do that.
For once.
I always think I'm going to remember, and then by the time I get on and the day's over, it's like, God, I don't remember anything. So.
But JoJo, when you watch Never Hike Alone 1 and 2, let us know what you think. And
Never Hike in the Snow. Oh, wait, if you watch the ghost cut, it'll be both. The ghost cut, it'll be both, yeah.
Because I'm very curious what you'd think as a Friday the 13th aficionado.
As a non-Friday the 13th, I love that first one a lot, man.
And as we get closer to Halloween, I know I will be watching
Halloween
Resurrection because it's not Halloween until
yeah,
Michael
that's right.
Myers gets kicked out a window by Busta Rhymes. And I could hear,
bust him out a window.
trick or treat, motherfucker.
Jesus.
Hey, Mikey, happy fucking Halloween.
So bad.
So the film geek in me, though, realized what martial arts movies he was watching. He was watching some old-ass Shaw Brothers from the 70s
No shit.
with Wap Chun-Li.
We want to report minimum 4,000. She could probably, honestly, though. I mean, Dan, I love you, but I mean, she could probably give some more detailed reviews than definitely me and maybe you.
If I took notes during that
she's-
instead of, I literally watched it and you watched it and got right on stream.
Dude, fucking goddamn. That first one just blew my literally. If there was a GIF that could describe my feelings after seeing that first one, the first time it'd be that one where that guy's head explodes. He's sitting there and just like what the fuck am I watching?
Literally, Jojo, if you get me on like a subject that I get passionate about, I won't shut the fuck up.
I'm not. I don't.
Which unfortunately is usually Halloween, Big Trouble in Little China,
5
Evil
pages. Dead. Oof. I don't know, man. I could do a page.
What font size?
Yes, font matters.
I think at like 32, I could do 5 pages really
font
easy.
Font style matters too. Calligraphy,
Comic Sans.
Like calligraphy, font 48, and I could definitely do 5 pages.
Comic Sans at 32, I could do 5 easy.
Yes,
maybe 28. I can get wordy, especially
9. Oof. Man, no.
Especially when I start talking about like practical, like the John Carpenter's The Thing.
It's okay, Jojo. I can relate to that. I wish I could cut out some of my worthless commentary on here.
Jojo, if you go back into my catalog when I was doing edited, pre-recorded videos, some of them are very honest and very bad.
Question: is your Scream 3 review unedited or edited?
The only editing was putting in clips.
Okay.
No, there was no editing.
So I want to know if there's like a director's cut of that.
My Scream 3 one is pure, except for
pretty dead on
clips in. My Friday the 13th ones were pretty heavily edited because I did the first 5 or 6. I might have gotten up to 7. Like, I think I got up to the point where like I had to do Jason Takes Manhattan, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. No, because like they're on a fucking boat. They're barely in Manhattan. They took like 1 day in Manhattan. The rest was in Vancouver when they got off the boat.
Oh, that's shit. That's stupid.
Like, it's such a bad movie. Although Jason X, I probably could have spent like a lot of time on, and I weirdly didn't do Jason. I haven't done the Freddy movies either.
Ooh,
because
that might be interesting. I need to rewatch those.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2, I think I'd spend an inordinate amount of time on. The fact that nobody in that movie realized the gay subtext in it fascinates me.
I don't understand how that got by anybody. I really don't.
Apparently, the writer didn't even know. He's like, and they're like, I
thought they did it on purpose.
Your main actor was openly gay, and
but like no one else really realized, but the writer and the actor. But I guess, wow, that's even weirder.
Do a live E3, pick a flick. It's on.
Ooh, I'm telling you. I've been wanting to do this ever since me and Dan started the show, and I know JoJo's way too big for us, but that would be amazing to have like 3 of us.
So you're saying JoJo's slumming just being in our chat?
Kinda. A little bit.
Which is weird because like you kept talking about it. I was like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
What?
When you first started talking about JoJo, I was like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, you did? Yeah, and that blew my mind too, because I'm like, how do you not know who Flicks and Comics is? Crazy.
Because I live in my own little section of the world, and honestly, like, I was just like, nobody fucking watches my shit anyway. I don't care.
That's not true.
Oh no, when I first started, like before Rod found me randomly in whatever gutter I was in, it always makes me laugh because Carlitos was like, "How do you not know who JoJo is?" I was like,
Yeah, how the hell, man?
"We don't follow each other. Her post
Anybody who
never
knows
passed.
movies knows who
Her
JoJo is.
her stuff doesn't pass by me. I don't even know how the fuck John found me."
The only thing I don't like about JoJo's channel is, so it's like rated for everyone or something, so you don't get notifications. You can't turn on the notification bell. You just have to like be on and see when she pops on live. So then I never get to see her lives really. Kind of sucks.
So I
On
think
Sundays I used to because I'd be on YouTube, but not
I
anymore.
have an option for us, JoJo, to talk about,
Mine's
and
definitely.
this will force Carlito to watch one of two movies.
Oh god.
He can watch The Thing by John Carpenter. Finally,
I can do that.
we could finally make him.
It shouldn't be.
We could make him watch Evil Dead.
I think she's a huge fan of Evil Dead.
Spinal Tap's great.
Spinal Tap.
For a mockumentary, I love it.
I want to say I've seen that. That was a while though. A while ago.
And of course, my favorite mockumentary, CB4.
Mockumentary.
Yeah, where it's like a documentary, but The Thing, John Carpenter.
I'm kind of leaning that way too. I'm not gonna lie. I do need to finally sit down and watch that whole thing.
Or we could do Scary Movie.
I feel like you and JoJo would have more fun doing that, so I don't know.
It's a dumb movie. Like I just,
it's all right. I remember seeing it in theaters, just for fun. Because I
mean, part 2 makes me laugh more than anything, and it's only because of Grandma Stronghand, child, Grandma Stronghand. And he's like,
wait, was that the Michael Jackson one?
No. The second one was the one with the guy, the butler, where they're basically making the fun of the house on Haunted Hill, and they got the guy with the disfigured hand, and he's like shoving it in the turkey.
I don't know if I've seen that. Maybe I just saw the first and third. I don't know.
Oh my god, the second one is so bad.
But the first one, didn't they make fun of the others, and then the
third one made fun of the others.
Okay,
and
so
then
Sixth Sense, was that made fun of in the first one?
No, that was the third one. Also, it was the Sixth Sense, and what was the other?
Ooh, NorCal. I like that idea. But that would mean we'd all have to have seen it and watched it. I don't know if that's possible with me. JoJo and Dan, yes, because they've seen everything. But
you guys could force me to do a defense of Halloween Resurrection.
Oh my god, I would love to hear like a lawyer's representation of defending that film, because holy shit.
Although, like, I could do the same.
I enjoyed it for what it was.
I could do the same thing with Halloween 3. Just it never should have been called Halloween.
No, shouldn't have been. What did you say it should have been called?
Should have been just called Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch. That would have been okay.
But John Carpenter, from after the first one, was like, make it a fucking anthology series, and they're like, no, fuck you. Like, literally, he the whole thing that ruined the series of Laurie being Michael's sister, he got drunk because he had writer's block, and that's what he came up with because he saw Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You told me that.
Yeah, he's like, fucking movie's horrible.
There's a Donald Sutherland kind of like scary movie, or like psychological thriller, maybe.
The one with his daughters missing,
something like that, I think.
Yes. I can't remember the name of it. I know which one you're talking about too.
But I know
it's really good.
Recommended it to me back in the day.
It's really good. His
on my list.
His invasion of the body snatchers.
You've mentioned it before
with Leonard Nimoy from. I posted a clip on Instagram of it. The fucking ending of that movie is so disturbing.
Is it like something in the mirror? Or... I can't remember.
You told JoJo that her channel was big and she left.
Well, duh, she realized, yeah, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm out. I gotta Google this shit.
Donald Sutherland's is IMDb is so damn big though. Like it's fucking man was in a lot of movies. He was even in the really shitty remake of Salem's Lot.
Oh my god, I'm never gonna fucking find this. Oh, Don't Look Now. Boom. Boom, found it.
I'd fucking talk Salem's Lot in a heartbeat, the original TV movie.
Oh, I know Heather wanted me to watch the new Pet Cemetery.
Oh yeah, I saw her mention
She's still
that.
here. I was gonna do that. You know, I might.
See,
do
you
that
ruined me
this Sunday.
talking. You ruined me talking shit to him.
That's all. She's just listens for her name and then she chimes in. No, just kidding. JoJo's cool shit. Yeah, Don't Look Now is on my list for sure.
We've just been messaging over the last 2 weeks or so, back and forth occasionally.
God,
mostly about Friday the 13th.
I haven't been on social media at all. I need to get back at it. It's getting colder. Getting busy. Do you have a movie to a lesser known horror film to recommend, Dan, to everybody this week? Don't we usually do that? Don't tell me you forgot.
So I always mention it, Dog Soldiers. It's on streaming on a lot of different channels.
I think all mine are going to be repeats because I really haven't seen anything new since
you were talking to me about it. I'm pretty sure JoJo must have seen this movie, Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon, which is a documentary crew that
I haven't seen it. I need to watch it.
It's a documentary crew that is following a guy who says he's going to be the next great serial killer. And it's somewhat funny, and like Robert Englund's in it, but he's playing basically Donald Pleasance in Halloween as like this Loomis of this. Zelda Rubinstein from Poltergeist is in it.
Love it.
It's what the fuck's the Kane Hodder's in it. The guy Gunnar Hansen is in it. The guy who played Herschel on Walking Dead's in it. And he's basically playing the guy who is the killer in the original Black Christmas, who's retired now.
So,
who's helping train.
Speaking of Robert Englund, there was a movie.
I knew JoJo would have seen this.
Yeah, of course. There was a movie he did recently, or at least somewhat recently, where I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. It was kind of like a B horror movie. I'm trying to find the title of it. I don't know if I saw this in theaters. Oh, I think maybe I did because I think it actually showed at one of my theaters for a couple of days. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not awful. I enjoyed it because I like Robert Englund. And actually, some of the actors in it aren't bad. The Last Showing. Did you ever watch that?
No.
It's not rated. Horror thriller. I think he's a movie theater technician or whatever. But it's kind of funny because obviously there's references to stuff in it. But yeah, it's kind of funny. So long story short, a film purist appalled at the state of current cinema is fired from a movie theater, but determined to make his mark on the world and shoot his own horror film, he trapped a couple inside a cinema and begins recording. It was actually kind of decent. At the very least, the premise was interesting.
There was a movie I saw as a kid that I've been thinking about lately.
I wonder if JoJo's seen that.
It's called The Gate. And basically, like, these kids open a gate to hell in their backyard by playing this album by this metal band Killer Dwarves backwards.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Pink Floyd backwards, and I was like,
no. Night of the Comet is a movie that I love that's kind of sci-fi / horror.
When Evil Lurks. Have I fucking seen that? Sorry, Dan. Go ahead. Right. I interrupted. Which we don't do on this show, so I apologize.
Yeah. Looks foreign. It's in theaters.
Oh, that's like a new one.
Yeah.
Written and directed by Damien.
I'm pretty sure it's not playing anywhere near me. They're unknown. I think Argentinian, yes.
7.4 out of 10 on IMDb. That's pretty good for an unknown film.
So there's a Guillermo del Toro movie called The Orphanage.
Where the fuck is that
It's
playing
a
at?
bunch of subtitles in it, but it's beautifully shot. It's creepy as fuck. It's like that and Pan's Labyrinth, I think, are two of his best movies. Pan's Labyrinth
Holy
in
shit.
particular.
The first comment on the trailer reads, "Saw it yesterday. One of the best horror flicks in years. You think you know where it's going, but trust me, you don't." All right.
I'm getting ready
Damn.
to this
I'm gonna
week
check
probably
that out.
watch It Follows for the first time in 10 years.
Ooh. Can we watch together, please? Let me know when you're gonna. I want to rewatch that too.
So
So
it showed up on the 101 greatest horror movie moments
fuck
on
yeah,
Shudder, and I just don't get it.
dude.
But I'm the same
Visit
person.
it
Like
again.
when I watched The Babadook originally, I just wanted to fucking drop kick that kid out the fucking window.
Fucking love the Babadook.
Oh no, that kid just I would have killed him.
I think I can empathize with you on that for sure.
Oh, if this is coming on Shudder, then I am set.
Wait, the When Evil Lurks?
Yep.
On Shudder? Oh, well,
Yep.
I'm fucking good too. We gotta watch that.
And for anybody who loves like weird film shit, if you have Shudder or AMC Plus, Cursed Films, the series on that about films that supposedly had cursed sets. The one on The Crow is really good. The one on Poltergeist was phenomenal, and The Wizard of Oz was fucking great because they addressed the dwarf that supposedly hung himself that was in the background.
What?
Yeah, there's a whole urban myth about one of
It's
the
not
Munchkins.
real, is it?
It's an urban myth.
Okay.
That they think that there's this shadow in the background. They swear it's a Munchkin that hung himself during it.
I do remember kind of seeing something like that, but I just figured it was a shadow on the set or something.
But the Wicked Witch of the West exploded in flames. Like she literally, the body paint caught fire during one of the pyrotechnics.
Oh, no shit.
So 80% of her body was burned.
Jesus.
And they have her actual child there talking about it, how she was in bandages for months. And how Buddy Epson, who was originally going to be the Tin Man, the lead in the paint ended up giving him poisoning. Man. Like there was some crazy shit, and it was like no regulation back then because who the fuck knew what all this shit did. But it is past midnight and it is the witching hour. And if you've ever watched The Fog, you know that's when the fog rolls in.
That's my recommendation. Peeps.
What is that?
Triangle.
Oh, you finally pulled it out.
Yeah, I mean I've had it, but I finally
you pulled it out of your stash.
Yeah. I think I recommended it last year too.
You recommended it last week.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Wait, I thought I did Sleep Tight last week, or is that the week before? Jesus.
Or might have been. I remember we talked about Triangle because we looked at where it was streaming.
Okay. God, I can't remember.
So now that we're on the shark thing, there is that movie.
Shark? What are you talking about?
Well, with Triangle, there's a shark fin in the background of the. It looked like a shark fin on the
There's no
cover.
shark fin. That's a sail.
Oh, okay.
A boat.
Made me think of sharks.
See it better.
Open water.
You know what though? If you just look at the I get it.
Open water. That was a fucking great paranoia movie.
Oh, is that a shark thing?
Yes. It was stuck out in the water.
What's that one with Ryan Reynolds' wife?
That was the one. I think that's it.
Oh, is that it? Open water.
Yeah. That was
Sharks.
good. And then there was that movie Frozen also that I liked with the people stuck on the ski lift.
Yeah, sharks just don't do anything for me. It's not.
I mean, you can see Piranha 3 Double D.
I would rather watch Arachnophobia 27, I guess. Sharks just don't. You're more likely to die from a falling coconut than you are a shark. So that's all I gotta say. or well, obviously
Yeah.
drunk driver. But I don't know. Just stay the fuck out of this. Like my best friend, he's like, I don't fucking swim. I stay out of the water. I'm like, yeah, exactly. It's not gonna hurt me.
Well, I just got
unless you get Sharknado, then you're kind of fucked. But
so there's gonna be a Sharknado thing, but with dinosaurs.
Oh my god! I knew they were gonna go there next.
Yeah.
I fucking called it like a couple years ago. Imagine if they did that with like fucking T-Rexes or Jesus.
I just got the 4th disc of the Evangelion Rebuild series. Finally, it came out, so I have about 8 hours worth of Evangelion to rewatch. Probably right after the holiday, after the high holiday of Halloween.
I don't know what that is.
It's an anime with big
necks. Fucking anime came out tonight at the Cigar Club too, and I'm like, I'm at a loss. I don't know what people were talking about, but I heard a lot of good recommendations, like something Grave the Skies or something. Fucking, I don't know. It sounded real dark though, like post World War II homeless kids. Graves. I don't know.
Well, Carlito has to be at work in 5 hours ish.
It's okay. And I probably just won't go to sleep. But you need to get to bed.
Probably going to be cutting this. We'll be talking to JoJo about what movie we might team up on at some point. I'll be watching Fall of House of Usher because Gabagool Ghoul told me I need to absolutely watch it when I was done with this. Are
you two a thing now or what?
No. She
in Florida? LA?
No. She just kept talking about it, and I was like, what the fuck is going on with this? She's like, oh my god, it's the best. I was like, all right, like I'll try watching it.
She's praying.
But I did like the Midnight Mass. Is it Midnight Mass?
Midnight Mass.
Yeah. I really like that, and I liked the Hill House.
Hill House? Okay, I never watched that. Damn it.
He also did a slasher movie called Hush.
I love that.
Yeah, and that's his wife who's in that.
No shit. I did not.
Did we talk about that movie?
Shit? I don't know if we did.
Hey, what's up, Bobby? What's up, man?
We're about out, Bobby. Have to catch 3-1.
This is where he's always at. We're right finishing.
He showed up earlier before.
So next week we'll probably bring some films. We're going to talk about some horror scores. We may or may not have JoJo with us.
Alejandro Amenabar. That's all I'm going to say. The others.
Did you ever watch that movie? I can't remember who the director is. It had Guy Pearce in it. It was the Brotherhood of Wolves or something like that. It's one of those dumb movies that it had a way better score than it ever should have had.
Kind of like Pearl Harbor with Hans Zimmer. Too bad that movie sucked.
I didn't know Guy Pearce was in the Hurt Locker.
Poor Hans, because Pearl Harbor was actually a really fantastic score, but Faith Hill and Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett overshadowed that.
I can't understand why.
Ooh, speaking of which, I gotta watch 30 Days and 30 Nights again too.
Or 30 Days and Nights. Brotherhood of the Wolf, yes.
Brotherhood of the Wolf. No, I have not. It was
pretty good. Had some cannibalism in it. Little.
So Hannibal really like that.
And 28 Days Later, I'll probably be watching, and I believe 30 Days a Night is on my watch list for this week.
Let me know when you watch It Follows. I want to do a watch.
30 Days a Night is one of those movies I think I watch yearly.
Yeah, it is for me too.
And I will be squeezing Big Trouble in Little China in. It's not a horror movie, but I just need a little Jack Burton in my life.
Don't be closing shit out. What are you doing? Oh no. Oh god, there's all this Microsoft Office shit running. I don't know what she did. Tried to change my language setting to cat.
Oh, nice. Well, you know what old Jack Burton always says? It's like when I told my ex-wife, I can only drive as fast as I can see. Other than that, it's all in the reflexes.
Yeah, watch alongs.
All right.
Woohoo! Let's do it.
I haven't gotten to the point of doing a live commentary track during a stream.
Obviously, I don't think we can play any audio or video, but
No. I think the closest
commentary.
Jen and I ever got was to doing one of the Dune movies and
Oh,
doing
right.
a live commentary, and then
You stop it.
that went right out the window.
Oh my god.
You can't control the cat.
She's just fucking going nuts all of a sudden.
All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and listening to us go on about Terrifier and other things. They're on a lot of the free services like Pluto and Tubi. Mine Tubi for a bunch of shit that you may not ever think to watch or know that's out there, like The Greasy Strangler, which is one of the worst fucking movies I've ever watched.
The what? Greasy
Strangler.
Jesus. Should I even attempt that?
It's bad. It's fucking horrible. The only other thing that's worse was Rutger Hauer, Hobo with a Shotgun.
Oh god. Everybody needs to watch Psycho Goreman though. We need to make we need to get a sequel going to that.
And I will be probably watching Toxic Avenger at some point when that hits streaming. Because that new one with Peter Dinklage playing Toxic Avenger, I have to see it. I can't not watch it.
Well, yeah. You can't not watch that.
And weird recommendation I'm going to make. I thought the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie was really good.
I got to watch. Is that on streaming yet?
It's on Paramount Plus.
I'll wait till Prime.
I had a deal from Verizon where I got the whole year for $20. So I went with it. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, JoJo, for stopping in. And thank you, NorCal Geek Living. And we'll be back talking flicks soon. And I just pre-ordered Oppenheimer with all 3 hours of extra footage and stuff. So I can't imagine what they fucking deleted if they deleted anything.
I know his cut. He wanted to be like 3.5 hours.
I imagine it's going to be a lot about Oppenheimer's real life. Probably. Maybe talking to family members. I don't know. I still pre-ordered it, and watching at home will probably be a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I can get the audio mix just how I want it.
Yeah, and you won't have all those Barbie weirdos.
I didn't have any of those. It was me and 5 other people. It was just everything was distorted.
Just kidding. Oh, she's purring.
The Thing. JC.
Yep, The Thing. I know.
All right, everybody. We're out.
Right. Stay frosty.
Yeah.